All right, class, our first phonogram that we're going to review today is oo. What are you going to write? Good, oo. Say it while you write it. All right, put your finger under that phonogram you just wrote. What is it? Good, oo. This is our oo. All right, so if you had something else, cross it out and make sure you're saying the sounds while you write it. All right, our next phonogram is n, two-letter n, used only at the beginning of a base word. What are you going to write? Good, n, two-letter n, used only at the beginning of a base word. Say it while you write it. All right, class, what did you just write? Good, n, two-letter n, used only at the beginning of a base word. We had that one yesterday too. It's one of our newer ones. N, two-letter n, used only at the beginning of a base word. Those are the only ones that we need for our words today, so let's review a few more, but we won't use them in our words. All right, the next one is E-I. What are you going to write, class? Good, E-I. That one has more to its name. That might help you remember it. Say it while you write it. Good. All right, class, what did you just write? Good, E-I, its whole name. You can say E-I. We say E-I, but we write I-E. All right, so if you didn't have that one, go ahead and do it 3 times. Say it while you write it, E-I. All right, the next one is E-A. What are you going to write, class? Good, E-A. Say it while you write it. All right, class, what did you just write? Good, E-A. All right, so again, if you didn't have that one, this is an older one. We want to know these. So 3 times, saying it while you write it. All right, let's see. We'll do 2 more. The next one is, what are you going to write? Good. Say it while you write it. All right, class, what did you write? Good. This is our All right, so again, this one, if you didn't have it, write it 3 times. Say it while you write it. All right, we'll do a challenging one. At the end, we'll do sh, zh, used at the beginning of syllables after the first one. What are you going to write, class? Good, sh, zh, used at the beginning of syllables after the first one. Say it while you write it. All right. Class, what did you just write? Good, sh, zh, used at the beginning of syllables after the first one. So not that any of these are harder than other ones, but I know we haven't really practiced this one since we learned it. So I've got to make sure we get that done some more. Sh, zh, used at the beginning of syllables after the first one. Right, so if you didn't have that, write it. Just 1 time is fine. Say it while you write it. All right, let's see. Stretch your arms up. Oh, and out to the side. And shake them out. And sitting up nice and straight. Let's see how quickly we can get through our words. Our first word is husband. What's the word? Good. Husband. My husband teaches PE at Hojo. Husband. Husband is a two-way word. To spell it, we say husband. Say that with me. Husband. Good. One more time. Husband. Good. Now by yourselves. Excellent. Husband. How many syllables are in husband? Show me. Husband. It should just take us less than 2 seconds. Hopefully you're showing me this because there are 2 syllables. The first syllable is huz. What's the first syllable? Good. Huz. What sounds do you hear in the syllable huz? Good. It's z. Our z is z. Which z are we going to use? Good. Z. Write that first syllable. Say the sounds. Will you write them? Syllable break at the end. All right, the second syllable is band. What's the second syllable? Good, band. What sounds do you hear in the syllable band? Good, our sounds are b, a, n, d. Say them while you write them. All right, put your finger under the first phonogram in that word we just wrote. What is it? Good. Good. Which z? Good. S, z. Good. B. Make sure we're starting that at the correct spot. Good. A. N. And d. All right. Make sure yours looks like this. And if it does, we can mark it. So remember, our pencil's down, we go through all the markings, then we pick up our pencil and mark it. It's saying its first sound. What are the 2 sounds of this phonogram? Good. S, z, z. It's saying z. Show me how we're going to mark it. Good. Don't mark it yet. All right, there's just that one thing to mark. Pick up your pencil. And let's read our word. Good. Husband is how we say it to spell it. So I hope when we were reading it, we read exactly what's up here. All right, so we say what to spell it? Good. Husband. When we're speaking, we say husband. We're going to need a thinking cap. Let's see if we need one on our first syllable. Husband, husband. Sounds the same. It's huz either way. So we're going to need one on our second syllable. Let's see. Band, bend. Husband, husband. Does this need a thinking cap? How about this? Good. Our a, is what gets our thinking cap. All right, one more time. How do we say this to spell it? Good. Husband is how we say it to spell it. All right, the next word, this is one of my favorite words. The next word is book. Class, what's the word? Good. Book. You are reading my favorite book. Book. What sounds do you hear in the word book? Good. Our sounds are b, u, k. All right. Our u is u. Which u are we going to use? Good. U. And our k is a line letter k. Which k are we going to use? Good. Line letter k. All right. One more time. What are we going to write to spell book? Which u? Good. U. And which k? Good. Line letter k. Say the sounds while you write them. All right, put your finger under the first phonogram in that word. What does it say? Good. B. What's next? Good. Which Good. Oo. And good. The last sound is k. Which k? Good. Line letter k. All right. Make sure yours looks like mine and then we can mark it. So pencil down. Does it need a marking? How about this? Good, but what are the two sounds of this phonogram? Good. Oo. It's saying So we need both those. Don't mark it yet. Does this need a marking? Okay, pick up your pencil and mark it. All right, let's read our word. Excellent. The next word is keep. What's the word? Good, keep. Please do not keep that book I let you borrow. Keep. Class, what sounds do we hear in the word keep? Good, our sounds are k, e, p. All right, we have to use line letter k. Class, why do we have to use line letter k? If we're not sure, I'll get you started. I want you to know this by yourself soon. C followed. Good. C followed by E, I, or Y says S. So if we use k, s here, since there's an E after it, the word would be seep. And we don't want to spell that. We want to spell keep. So we have to use which k? Good. Line letter k. And our E is E-double-E. Which E are we using? Good. E-double-E. Always says E. One more time. What are we going to write to spell keep? Which k? Good. Line letter k. Which E? Good. E-double-E. And good. P. Say the sounds while you write them. All right, put your finger under the first phonogram in that word you just wrote. What is it, class? Good. K. Which k? Good. Line letter k. And good. Which E? Good. E-double-E. And the last sound? Good. P. All right. Make sure yours looks like this. Sorry, I'm trying to make it so you can see it, but it's hard with the glare. All right, let's go through the markings. Does this need a marking? How about this? Good. And this? All right, pick up your pencil and mark it. Let's read our word. Good. All right. Our next word is a review word from, let's see, maybe just last week. The word is calf. What's the word? Good. Calf. A calf is a baby cow. Calf. That was a two-way word. How did we say it to spell it? Good. We said calf. We say calf to spell calf. Go ahead and write those sounds. There's nothing tricky in there. All right, class, put your finger under the first phonogram in that word you just wrote. What is it? Good. Good. A, O, and all right, so make sure yours looks like mine. Let's go through the markings. This is silent. What do we do to any silent letter? Good, don't mark it yet. Does this need a marking? All right, pick up your pencil and mark the word. All right, let's read our word. Good, calf. That's just one. What's the word for when we have just one of something? If you said singular, high five. All right, calf is singular. Next, we're going to make it plural. What does plural mean? Good, plural means more than one. I remember yesterday when we had wife and we were making it plural, our F turned into a V. That's if it's at the end, if there's an F or FE at the end of a word. Calf, does the same thing. All right, so our plural of calf is, well, it's calves is how we say it when we're speaking. To spell it, we say calves. Say that with me. Calves. Good. One more time. Calves. And by yourself? Good. Calves. What sounds do we hear in the word calves? All right, good. So far we have k, a, u, v. We need to make it plural, but when we have the F or the FE at the end, and we're making it plural, we have to add a silent E. So far we have k, a, u, v, silent E, and then our last sound, good, is z. We know since we're making a singular noun plural, it's going to be which z? Good, s, z. Right, calves. Say the sounds while you write them. Don't forget that silent letter. All right, class, put your finger under the first phonogram in that word you just wrote. What does it say? Good. Good. O. Good. What's next? Silent E. And what's the next sound? Good. It's Z, but which Z is it? Good. S, Z. Anytime we're making a singular plural, even if it's the Z sound, it's S, Z. All right, make sure yours looks like this. If you're needing to fix anything, make sure you're saying the sounds as you're fixing it. All right, let's go through the markings. Does this need a marking? Saying its first sound. How about this? In the word calves, do we hear this? It's silent. Show me what we do to any silent letter. Excellent. Keep going. Does this need a marking? How about this? This is silent too, isn't it? What do we need to do? Excellent. And this? What are the two sounds of this phonogram? Good. S, Z. How do we need to mark this? Good. It's saying Z. Pick up your pencil. All right. Let's read our word. This one I know is going to be tricky because it's a two-way word and we have another silent letter in there. So to spell it, we say calves, calves, and we've got that silent E. When we're speaking, we say calves. Say that with me. Good, calves. I just realized I forgot to use that in a sentence. There were 3 calves by their mother, calves. All right, the next word is knife. What's the word? Good, knife. I used a knife to cut my apple. Knife. I had a bad feeling that was going to happen before the video was over, and it did. All right, knife. What sounds do we hear in the word knife? Good, our sounds are n, I, How are we going to make our it, I, e say I? Good. Silent final E, job 1. And our n is n, 2-letter n, used only at the beginning of a base word. Which n are we going to use? Good. N, 2-letter n, used only at the beginning of a base word. All right, make sure you're making your I say I with good. Silent final E, job 1. Say the sounds while you write them. All right, class, put your finger under the first phonogram in that word you just wrote. What is it? Good. N, which n? Good. N, 2-letter n, used only at the beginning of a base word. Good. I. And good. Silent final E. Job 1. So make sure yours looks like this. And let's go through the markings. Does this need a marking? Good. How about this? So this one is because those 2 letters work together to make that sound. This one. Yes, because it's saying its name. This one. Yes, because it's part of our silent final E, job 1 team. And this one. It's the last part of our silent final E, job 1 team. All right, pick up your pencil and mark your word. Everything gets marked in this word. All right, let's read our word. Good. Knife is singular. What does singular mean? Just one. We're going to make it plural. We're going to do the same thing that we did with wife and wives yesterday. Because the plural, so the singular is knife. The plural is knives. Knives. The sound is changing. What does the sound change into? Good. V. So what are we going to write to spell knives? All right, we need to make our I say I. How are we going to do that? Good. Silent final E, job 1. And our last sound? Good. The last sound is z. Since we're making a singular plural, which z is it? Good. Z, of course. And 2-letter n, just like our singular form. Write the sounds in knives. Say them while you write them. All right, class, put your finger under the first phonogram in that word you just wrote. What is it? Which n? Good. N, 2-letter n, used only at the beginning of a base word. What's next? Good. I. Good. V. Now we need to make our I say I. Good. Silent final E, job 1. And good. Z is the sound. Which z? Good. S, z. All right, make sure your word looks like that. And let's go through the markings. Good. It's saying its name. How about this? It's part of the silent final E, job 1 team. How about this? Good. Double underline our silent final E, job 1. And lastly, how about this? Knives. Is this saying its first or second sound? Good. Second. Pick up your pencil and mark it. This word also has everything in it marked. All right, let's read our word. Excellent. Knives. All right, class, I will see you in our next video.